Good evening to one and all present here. Today, all B1As are going to present you a podcast based on two fictional movies. The first movie is Encanto, which is based on our protagonist Mirabel. And our second fictional movie is The Lion King, which is based on our antagonist Scar. We will first start with the character Mirabel from Encanto.
Mirabel's description, done by the Oriole B1-As. The hero we have chosen is Mirabel Madrigal from the movie Encanto. Encanto is a fun and enchanting Disney movie filled with family love, magic and mystery.
It all started when Abuelo Pedro, grandfather Pedro, sacrificed himself for his wife and newborn triplets. In memory of Abuelo Pedro, a miracle hit the Madrigal family, where every member got a magical power in Encanto to help the village which got created when the candle of the miracle was gifted to Abuela Alma, grandmother Alma.
At an early age, every member of the family is gifted with a unique magical power in the form of a ceremony to use for good, which sparks on his or her personality. Surprisingly, Mirabel, a creative, jolly, and helpful young girl, is left ungifted at a ceremony which reflects poorly on the Madrigals.
Though Mirabel was the only member of the Madrigal family without a magical power, she was always looking for a way to help everyone, despite being put down continuously by her abuela. No matter how hard she tries to blend in and ignore the fact that she is not blessed with the power, abuela always demotivates her and makes her feel like she's not part of the Madrigals.
But besides all the difficulties, she comes out stronger and more courageous than the rest of her family and manages to save the casita, her house, with the help of her Tio Bruno, Uncle Bruno, who she convinced to come out of hiding. Casita, breaking down into pieces, was like a storm appearing towards the Madrigals.
Mirabel Madrigal displays a unique personality throughout the movie and her journey towards saving her family. She is quirky yet imperfect, an ordinary human being with nothing special except her powerful way of thinking, which leads her an extraordinary life.
She is not the type of superhero which saves the day with her superpower, but she is one of a kind which saves the day with her quick thinking and kindness.
Ending with our protagonist, Mirabel, we begin with a description of our antagonist, Scar, from The Lion King. Scar is a treacherous and a deceitful character who lurks in the shadows, plotting on ways to rule the kingdom, the Pride Land. Scar is driven by a burning desire for power and recognition. His scarred appearance shows his ruthless nature as he manipulates and deceives to achieve his ambitions. His scar always adding a haunting element to his characteristics. His intentions were to gain power and become the king, but he was always insecure about being overshadowed by his brother, Mufasa, the present king, who was always loyal, brave and affectionate. Scar's jealousy motivated him to achieve his aim. To this end, he manipulated the hyenas into doing his bidding by promising them food and power. He had also deceived Simba, the hare, into believing that he was responsible for his father's death, so that Simba would give Scar the power to rule over the kingdom. These actions characterized his cunning, two-faced and devious personality. Whenever things got twisted or did not go the way he wanted to, he would behave like a raging thunderstorm, destroying everything that came its way. He was so ashamed of being inconsequential in front of the kingdom and his brother that he became envious and remorseless. In the end, he craves a
acknowledgement, respect, and validation, which he believes he deserves more than Mufasa and therefore pursues through destructive and selfish means. Scar's way of using people, making fun of them, and terrorizing them gave him satisfaction during that moment. But it never gave him the contentment that people generally feel after doing something right. Scar is a character who shows us the consequences of thirst of power and unwanted desire. This reminds us of the dangers of darkness and the importance of developing virtues like loyalty and humility.